Hi there, my friends, and welcome to Live Like a Berry, where we read stories together. Today's book is called Darling, the Curly-Tailed Reindoe Saves Christmas by Cheryl Campbell. Are you ready? Let's go! The night before Christmas, Santa was sighing. The sleigh was all ready, but all those planes flying. He knew that the reindeer would guide them just fine, but would the planes see them with only darkness behind? As Santa was worrying about that detail, little darling pranced up with a pail on her tail. As she passed by, her pail caught the light. The reindeer all saw it and said with delight, "The pail could do it! It could help the planes know that our sleigh full of toys was passing below. Good thinking, reindeers!" Then Santa smiled. He liked the way that the pail would give light to the back of the sleigh. The sleigh had a platform where Darling would be, and the glow from her pail would let everyone see. So, little Darling, with the curl in her tail, stood on the platform with her bright, shiny pail. Oh, look at her shine! As the reindeer took off with the sleigh piled high, Santa felt hopeful, and he let out a sigh. He hoped that the planes could see Darling's pail that was swinging so freely from the curl in her tail. What do you think, my friends? Do you think the plane will see it? I think so. When the first plane passed by, Santa watched with delight as it swiftly flew onward, warned by the light. It worked! Just like the caboose on old railroad trains, Darling's bright pail alerted the planes. As Darling held on to the back of the sleigh, she smiled as Santa guided the way. At first, it was scary as they flew high. Oh, I'll bet. All she could see were the stars in the sky. She began to feel lonely and miss Mom and Dad. But when she looked at Santa, she didn't feel sad. What a brave little doe. Yet, she did worry when he first disappeared down a chimney so tall that all she saw was his beard. After moments of waiting, Darling was worried, but she smiled with happiness when the chimney he scurried. So they kept on their journey all through the night. She almost fell once, oh no, when she forgot to hold on tight. Yet, Darling was happy to be on the sleigh as she thought of the children waking up Christmas Day. She took a deep breath when they flew away from rooftop to rooftop as they went on their way. To all of the houses of good girls and boys, where Santa so gladly brought them some toys. Oh, look, she's there in the window. Sometimes she noticed that children were peeking from under their covers, though no one was speaking. Have you ever tried to sneak a peek at Santa, my friends? Did any of you ever catch him? The houses were quiet as Santa would come down their chimneys with toys that promised some fun. The night was a long one, and Darling grew weary as her young eyes began to get blurry. Oh man, she's tired. But then she remembered the light from the pail that was shining so brightly from the curl in her tail. Without that bright light, the planes might not see the sleigh and the reindeer, or even Santa, you see. It was up to young Darling to provide the strong light that would warn all the planes throughout the dark night. Still, Darling got sleepy. Then suddenly below, she saw their North Pole village, sparkling with snow. The elves were all excited with great expectation. When they saw the sleigh appear, they smiled with elation. Hooray! Santa's back! The North Pole got active as the sleigh came in sight. They knew it was a happy end to the very long night. Oh, I'll bet they're happy to see Santa. When Santa stepped off of his now empty sleigh, he kissed little darling who saved Christmas Day. Oh, you go, darling, and even though you were tired, you held on. Oh, my friends, I like that story. I love Christmas, and I'm so glad that darling was able to help and save the day. Until next time, remember to play like a berry, read like a berry, and live like a berry. Goodbye.